Hey guys, welcome back to Weekenders on the Water. Today we're here in the garage and today we're going to talk about the 10 things that I wish were factory options. So stick around, check it out, hit that subscribe button, and let's go. Alright guys, so we did this list last year with the things that I thought should have been factory options. I came up with like 5 last year. Good thing to know that Yamaha Corporation does watch our videos because they did actually take one of those to heart, and that was when I was talking about having the clean out plug on the back of the skis, kind of like they do on their boats, and that's exactly what you get now next year with the Crosswave. So you're welcome, Yamaha. Waiting for our royalty checks in the mail any day now. I'm sure it's coming. But in the meantime, though, I got some other things that I've thought about, spent a little bit more time thinking about, and also as well as some things that you guys had submitted on that last video. So, and I thought those were great ideas. So we're going to talk about those today. All right, starting with number 1, and that would be navigation lights on either side of the ski. Obviously, my ski doesn't have them because it is unfortunately illegal to drive your jet skis after dark here in the state of Florida. But you know where it's not illegal, and that is in the Bahamas. And we've gone to the Bahamas several times with these skis. So if you want to go back and check out those videos, we'll link that in the description down below. But even just on foggy days, it would be nice to have the navigation lights. Now, obviously, I haven't put them on my ski yet just because it's going to be a bit of a hassle, and I'm not sure it's quite worth it to add them myself. But if they were a factory option and they cost like $100 more, it would probably be well worth it. Next up is the ability to change your factory color options. Now, I know that Seadoo, for each model, they basically have like 1 or 2 colors per year, but it'd be nice if they had maybe just the whole range, the whole gambit of factory color options. You know, if you could have 10 different colors, you know, or maybe different color combinations would be nice. And now I know that's where the aftermarket comes in. You can wrap your skis and all that, but ain't nobody got time for that.
And Lewis doesn't have time for that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't want to spend all this money on a ski and then spend another $2,000-3,000 getting it wrapped. I mean, I'd rather pay off the loan or whatever it is. You know, these skis have been paid off for a while, so I could have done it now, but now it seems useless to do on an old ski. I don't get it. You know, it's whatever. It's a catch-22. But anyways, let's all be honest. Those 2025 colors were ugly as sin for Seadoo. The sand colors, I've mentioned it before. Not my color. I can't stand it, and I'm so glad that they got newer colors now for 2026. But on years like 2025, if they had the option to choose different colors, I think that would be amazing. And we were kind of honestly, we're looking at buying skis in 2025, 2026. And, you know, I'm still not really sure. Maybe new skis are coming. We'll see. But yeah, like it'd just be nice to, you know, when 2025 came out, I just knew, okay, we're not buying new skis in 2025. So it'd be nice if you had other color options. Number 3 on the list would be toolless engine access. On Christine's ski, the 2017, you can basically lift one hatch and the entire seat comes off, and it's super easy to access the engine. On all the ones since 2020 and newer, like my 2021 here, you take the seat off and you only have this much engine access. Everything in the back you have to take off with tools, and again, ain't nobody got time for that. You know, I recommend you have to remove that after every ride, whether you're riding saltwater or freshwater. I hear so many people riding freshwater that don't clean their skis. I hear a lot of people in saltwater, which is insane, that don't clean their skis after every use. Take the seat off, take the engine cover access off, and clean out the skis, the engine compartment after every ride. And that's not only just Seadoo, that's not only just a Seadoo problem. Yamaha has got a very similar issue where their engine access is very small. And again, it requires tools if you want to get to the full engine there too. So definitely would be nice if manufacturers took maintenance a little bit more seriously and made it easier to perform that maintenance. Number 4 on the list would be a standard set of tools. We've talked about I've given you hints about that I carry tools on my ski. We haven't gone over the complete list, but I will in a future video. So let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see that. And also we've talked about like the safety items, there's that little can that comes with the skis, but it would be nice if there was a standard set of tools that came, particularly on these Seadoos, they use a lot of inverse torques, E-torques. Those would be nice to have a standard set that comes with the skis, screwdriver, wrench, ratchet, all that stuff in like a stainless steel version so it doesn't get all rusty. Having all that come from the factory would be nice, so that way in case you run into any problems, having those options, having the ability to fix your ski while you're on the water or while you're out, or just do general maintenance would be very nice. I know this was kind of more standard with older cars. They used to have standard toolkits, and I think we've kind of gotten away from that. It's just, in general, people seem to do less maintenance to their own stuff and hire it out, but those among us that still like to do our own maintenance, it'd be nice if it came with the tools required from the factory. Number 5 on the list would be larger gas tanks. Now, I've mentioned before several times that our 2 skis here, our 2 GTIs, only come with a 16-gallon tank. Now, I know that they have since fixed that, and the newer models, the newer GTIs, do come with a full 18.5-gallon tank. But even at 18.5 gallons, that still gives you a range of, you know, maybe 100 miles. You know, you could probably stretch it a little bit further than that, but, you know, let's be honest, we buy jet skis because we like the speed, and if you want to use sport mode and full throttle all day, you're not even getting anywhere close to that, even on a larger tank. Having the option for maybe an auxiliary tank or a larger tank than that would be really nice. I've seen a lot of people like throw 20-gallon auxiliary tanks on the back and like feed it through their breather tube on the gas tank. That's totally an option, but it'd be nice again to see something like that factory where it'd be easy hookup, easy setup, and not going to void your warranty. Not that that would, but you know, just make it easier. Come from the factory. Next up, number 6 is I'm currently sitting underneath our kayaks, but they do provide shade. Not so much here in the garage, but out when we're out riding our skis, it'd be nice to have a shade option. So a factory umbrella mount would be fantastic. Now, I do know that the Seadoo Spark did have a shade option that was from the factory. It was never very popular though, honestly. And I think that's, you know, it wasn't the easiest to set up. It was kind of flimsy. And also you had to drill extra holes into your ski and then you got to carry this other thing around. I get it. I think there are better options. And actually I've designed my own that hasn't really debuted on the channel, but maybe stick around and there'll be some more information about that coming up at some point. But yeah, I've got my own umbrella now that seems to work fantastic, and you'll probably see it in some future videos. But I would love to see that as a factory option. Number 7 on the list would be draining footwells. So down here, they do collect a lot of water. Now I know you Yamaha boys and girls are gonna say, oh, Yamaha's been doing that for a long time. Nah, I hear you. Seadoo needs to do that as well. I think it is a fantastic option from Yamaha that I would love to see on a Seadoo. I don't know why Seadoo doesn't do it. You know, not that it's difficult because there's a million different ways, and you see all these videos on the easy way to get water out of your footwells, and you see a lot of people.
Hit the gas.
Yeah. Well, when you're done, when you're cleaning it.
Oh.
And you see a lot of people posting videos of like, this is the one hack to do that. Like, it's not that complicated, people. Really, I just use a shop vac. You know, it just makes it easy. But you can use a sponge. You know, there's all this other stuff. One of those water pumps, you know, that use your garden hose. That doesn't make any sense. Don't use those. Just get a shop vac or a leaf blower, sponge, tip the ski, whatever. But if it just drained out and you didn't have, and one less step you had to do, would be nice. Number 8 on the list would be an option to charge the battery. So I've got my little attached power cord here to the ceiling. Makes it super easy. You can plug in a battery tender, and a lot of people do go ahead and modify their skis to add a built-in battery tender. But why not just have one from the factory, one that you know is wired correctly, one that you know is made out of quality products, that isn't going to rust, that isn't going to slip, you know, that doesn't look out of place with an extra hole in your ski, that sort of thing. It'd be nice, again, if the manufacturers provided that from the factory. Now, we've since upgraded to lithium batteries, and with the lithium batteries, it's not as important to keep them on a tender, particularly if you use your skis often enough. I don't really mess with that anymore, which is nice. But again, you know, back when we had like the lead acid batteries, you know, we kept them on a tender, and it was always, okay, let's take the seat off, let's plug it in, let's, you know, hook up the jumper cables. Not that it's a big problem, but again, just another step at the end of a long day when you're trying to clean up. And it'd be nice if you could just plug and play, you know, maybe just plug your 112 outlet right into the side. Number 9 on the list would be a full-blown alternator. Now, we've talked about it before, particularly we'll put a link in the description down below where one time the battery on one of our skis did die and I had to tow Christine home like 5 miles. Luckily it was only 5 miles. It's because these skis don't have full alternators in them. Now they obviously do have a way to charge the battery, and I can't remember the name of it. Maybe it was a stator or something like that. I'll look it up. So these skis without a battery unfortunately are not able to continue to run. So if your battery is completely dead, your ski does not run at all. That's like in contrast to like a car or something where basically if you have a dead battery and you jump the car will keep running until you shut it off. It'd be nice again if the skis had that, particularly since you're out on the water. And it can be quite dangerous if you're out and you don't have any power or any way to get your ski back to the dock. Number 8 on the list is, obviously we're YouTubers, but a lot of people do like to capture and film their rides, and having some factory options for camera mounts, the action cameras, the GoPros and stuff onto the ski would be a great option. Now, I do know that, again, on the Spark, that is something that Seadoo offers, but they don't seem to offer it on any other one. Maybe the Switch has that as well, but it's not really a jet ski. But again, it would be nice if they had that option on some of the skis. Now, there's a ton of aftermarket options that you can do to hook those up. I've even shown you on this channel before 3 DIY options for mounting your 360 camera. And there's plenty of videos out there, people mounting them all over the place. But again, why not just have something factory, something that is not going to fall off and you're going to lose your $500 camera? Would be nice. All right, guys, so there you go. There are 10 things that I wish were factory options. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think is lacking from your ski or from the factory? I'd love to hear about those things in the comments below. If we get enough other suggestions, maybe we'll make this a reoccurring thing, and you can look forward to another video next year. And obviously, like I said, since Yamaha's watching our videos, maybe Seadoo start watching our videos as well. And maybe all these things will eventually make it into factory options. We'll see. Didn't know I had that much sway, but we'll find out.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Anyways, that's going to do it for today, guys. Remember to hit that subscribe button. Really appreciate it. Really help us out. And with that being said, we're out of here, and we'll see you next weekend. If we get it.
Good job.
To make the garage look too messy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of course, we're shooting this angle, which is clearly the best spot.
Yeah, well, garage is storage, right? There's no storage here in Florida. 12 options that I wish were I'm going to talk about the 12 options. What is it? Things. Okay. No, don't give up yet.
I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up.
All right, guys.
Hang on.
Okay.
Because that light is really bright. Good.
Starting with...
Hang on. I'll go. Say hi, Liberty. Beans. Yeah. Say hi. Say hi.
And good to know that Yamaha Corporation apparently watches my videos because they did take one of those to heart.
Your videos?
Yeah, our videos.
Okay.
On Christine's ski, the 2020 set... No.
It's less dangerous, too. I mean, you have all that gas in the back, and I think that's not a bad idea. And I'll have you know, I buy jet skis because I want to go see the wildlife.
Yeah, okay. All right. Number...
Hang on, I'll go.
Or do you want to come around, like, switch this up? Because I think we're starting to run out of shots from you sitting on the ski.
Hey, comfy.